Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I review the latest movies and documentaries. Today, I'm going to talk about Once Upon a Crime movie. If you're interested in this topic, make sure to watch this video until the end and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. The beginning of the film is a storytelling scene, in which it is told that a girl was given a red-colored hood by her grandmother, which she liked so much that she never took it off. That's why her name was Little Red Riding Hood. Now she was very fond of traveling. Her wish was always to go to different places. That's why she goes on many adventures in her life, where she will face different kinds of unique things. Little Red Riding Hood has been called Little, so we will also call him Little. When she was passing through the jungle, she met a witch who liked to do magic. But there were some issues with her magic. But she was very fond of doing her magic. She says to Little, "I can do magic and change your shoes." But Little replies, "These shoes are fine. I don't want to change." Because somewhere she knew about the witch's magic, which often goes wrong. The witch makes her believe that she should trust her. "I know how to do magic very well. And the further you travel, you will need shoes. I will do magic and give you very good shoes." Now after her repeated insistence, Little agreed to do magic. But the witch did magic and changed her shoes. Instead of being good, they became bad, because they were very dirty. There was mud on them. That's why Little got angry. And now when she was washing her shoes in the water, her shoes get washed in the water. That's why she got even more angry. When she went ahead to look for her shoes, she met a girl there, who tells her name is Cinderella. Little was very surprised to hear the name Cinderella, because it means wrapped in ash. He was surprised to hear the name of a girl. How can it be ash? Also, that girl Cinderella's appearance was also very bad. Her clothes were very old. Also, there were no shoes on her feet. There were wounds on her feet. Now Little asks Cinderella, "What are you doing here?" Then she says that my pigeon died. So I came here to bury it. Now Little came to know that she has a unique power. Whoever she used to see the past of that person, and the future of that person. Here she came to know that Cinderella has two step-sisters, and her stepmother too, who treats her very badly. They torture Cinderella a lot. She is not given proper food to eat, nor are new clothes given. Little tells all these things to Cinderella. When she heard this, she was very surprised. That how did Little come to know all this? And now she started crying in front of Little, who comforts her and encourages her. Then Little tells her that today there is a dance party in the palace of the king, which is specially kept for the prince's son. All the girls from the city will come there, from whom the prince will choose a girl of his choice, and along with her, the prince will be married. Little further tells that that place is only for beautiful girls. And the girls who are less beautiful, who are in bad shape, those poor girls, there is no place there. Hearing this, Cinderella gets very sad. And now we see her family, that is, her stepsisters and her mother, who does not like Cinderella very much. She used to make her work all the time. Here one of Cinderella's sisters was very fond of eating. And she used to think all the time, that how can I look more beautiful? Now when she was eating, the cake fell down from her hand, which was then eaten by a pigeon. Cinderella's sister got very angry, so she attacked the pigeon and killed it. And here Cinderella had come to bury her. Now when Little found out that this poor girl is very upset, and wants to go to that dance party too, that's why she gets ready to help Cinderella. Here that witch came to do magic too. And now when she did magic on both of them, they both became very beautiful, because their clothes looked very beautiful. Now their clothes were very nice, but there were no shoes to wear on their feet. Now here comes another witch to do magic. She also liked to do magic. Also, her magic was always right. So now that witch does magic here, and gives both of them glass shoes, that is, made of glass, and tells that these shoes can't come to any other girl, but their magic can only last for 24 hours. After that, it will be over. That is, if these people go to the dance party, then before midnight, that is, before 12 o'clock, they will have to come back. Otherwise, they will come in their real form, and their secret will be revealed in front of everyone. Now Cinderella and Little had clothes, and shoes too. But how will they go to the dance party? Because they don't even have any rides. That's why the first witch brings a big pumpkin here, with a mouse too. And now as soon as magic was done on those two, the pumpkin becomes a very big carriage, which will be useful as a ride. It will take them to the party. While the mouse became a man, who was half a mouse, who would be their driver to drive the carriage. And now as soon as night falls, these people leave for the dance party. But in the middle of the road, they had an accident. The carriage had stopped, because something had collided with it. Now when the mouse comes out to see, a man was lying dead there. Seeing this, he was worried. He started screaming that a man had collided with the carriage and died. Now when Cinderella and Little came out, they started looking at this man. Now Little didn't know this man. But when Cinderella was asked, she said that she knew him. He is the barber of the royal family. That is, the king's family. The one who cuts hair, makes hair designs. Kingdom means people in the whole kingdom die a lot to get their hair cut, to make designs. Because the barber who does anyone's hairstyling, that person's fate changes. And now because he was dead, these people think that how can we leave him here now? When Little touched him and saw, he found out that his death had not happened yet, but it had happened a long time ago. And he left him here so that he would feel that his death was due to colliding with a carriage. She thinks that if we stop here, or tell the police, then it will be too late for us. And Cinderella will never be able to go to the dance party, which was her wish. So now these people put leaves on her body, and go ahead from there. And they went straight out of the palace, where another girl was standing. But she was not allowed to go inside, because she had covered her face. She did not look so beautiful. When she came inside, the whole palace was full of girls, who were all very beautiful. She also wore very beautiful clothes, and was ready to dance with all the princes. Now she was practicing dancing. Now Cinderella gets very worried thinking that my stepmother and sister might recognize me, because she also came to the party today. Little explains to her that nothing like this will happen, because you were so beautiful, that no one will be able to recognize you. At the party, Cinderella's sister and mother were seen. Her sister asks her mother about her other sister, that where has she been? Here her younger sister cut her hair again and again, because it was rumored that the prince likes short hair. Now in a while, the king came here, after which the prince was also called. The king tells the prince that now you have to choose a girl for yourself. The girl with whom you will dance, we will understand that you like her, and you want to marry her. But here the prince does not like any girl, because he loved someone else. Because of which he does not argue with the king, because he wanted to marry that girl. But there was a problem. That girl had no address for a year. Now here the prince agrees to what the king says, and he moved forward towards the girls. Seeing Cinderella's beauty, he could not stop. He puts his hand in front of her to dance. Cinderella also puts her hand in his hand, and they both start dancing. Cinderella was very happy. She could not believe that the prince chose me. It was her wish that she should marry the prince, because this way her life would change. But in a while, this dance party was stopped, because then a soldier from the palace comes and tells that our royal barber has died. Looking at his body, it seems as if his death was due to a collision with a carriage. And later leaves were put on his body. That means the barber's killer who killed him is in this palace. Hearing this, everyone is very scared. Cinderella and Little Bee were very scared that we might get caught. Because if all the carriages are checked, then we can definitely get caught. Because it is obvious that there must be blood on our carriage. That's why she calls the rat driver to her and says that you should clean the carriage as soon as possible. But he was busy eating here. He loved to eat, especially cheese, which was his favorite. And today at the party, when he saw cheese, he could not stop eating. Now it was also being told here that near the barber's body, some pieces of cheese were also found. That means the person who killed him loves cheese very much. Hearing this, the rat thinks too much. He gets scared thinking about himself. Now all the guards together check the carriage. But there was no blood on any carriage. Also, it is also known that the barber's death was not due to a collision with the carriage. In fact, his death had already happened. It was just that the situation was such that everyone had the same suspicion that his death was due to a collision with the carriage. Now the guards were sent to the barber's house, where they get different kinds of things. First of all, the girl's long cut hair. The guards come and tell the king that the barber had been behaving strangely for a long time. He said that he did not like the girl's long hair at all. Whichever girl he saw with long hair, he used to cut him off. So it is possible that in this anger, some girl killed him. Hearing this, Cinderella and Little started talking to each other, that now the case is going on perfectly. That means now all the girls who have cut their hair will be called here. 5 girls, including Cinderella's sister, were made to stand there. All the girls who had cut their hair. The king says that when you went to the barber, what had happened there? Tell us everything honestly. Did the barber's behavior change? And did you do something to him in anger? Now, because Cinderella's sister was standing at the first number, first of all, she is asked for an answer. She was asked to tell what happened to you there. Now Little also came out of everyone's way, and came out here and stood. And she also starts investigating everyone. Cinderella's stepsister started telling that I went to the barber at 10 a.m. who had forcibly cut my hair. Although I never wanted my long hair to be cut, the barber had said that the prince likes girls with short hair. So I listened to him and got my hair cut. She asks the prince here that do you like short hair? Because according to your choice, I got my hair cut. So now you will get married, right? Hearing this, the girls with short hair also start telling the prince that our hair is short. Now you like us, right? On which the prince clearly denied that no, there is nothing like that. In fact, the barber did all this on purpose. Now Cinderella's sister says that listen to me. Today I heard some more things. She says that I came to talk to the prince in the morning. When I was standing outside, I started hearing a voice from inside. At that time, the prince and the barber were having a lot of fight. That's why now the whole body started getting inspired. So now when the prince was asked about it, that what happened after all, he started telling that this morning to make the style of hair, the barber came to my room. So I saw long hair of girls like him. I asked him that why did you do this? Why did you cut the hair of girls? Then the barber told me that I don't like long hair. And from today, I don't want to see any girl whose hair is long because she will look beautiful like this. I don't want a girl to look beautiful which I don't like. The prince says that I had a fight with the barber about this. That's why now he started having more doubts. Then the prince says that when the barber was killed, that is, from 1 to 3, I was not here. In fact, I was sitting on a hill. The king asks, did anyone see you sitting there? That is there a person who is your proof, and can tell that you were there? On which the prince says no, because there was no one around that hill. That is, there was no proof. That's why now the prince started having more doubts, that he killed the barber. Now here we were told about the prince, that he loved a girl. She also loved him very much. But when the prince asked her to marry him, then after that, she disappeared. He has been missing for a year. However, the prince tried to find her, but it was of no use. She was not found. The prince tells everyone that the barber was blackmailing me about the same thing. He said that I will go and tell all this to your dad, the king. If you want me to keep my mouth shut, then give me a royal mirror. But when I refused to give it, the barber got very angry. He behaved very badly with me. Hearing this, everyone starts saying that he has killed the barber because he had a good reason to get rid of her. That's why the prince was arrested, and he was taken away from there. But then the thorn of the plant falls from the prince's clothes. Little picks it up. She thinks that the thorn from the prince's clothes means that he had gone to a place like a jungle, where there were plants. That is, the prince was telling the truth, that I had gone to the mountain. Now in the meantime, the same girl comes in here, who had been standing outside the palace for a long time, and she was not allowed to come inside, because she was not beautiful. She had come here as a proof for the prince. She says that I had seen the prince. She was sitting on the hill from 1 to 3 o'clock. Hearing this, the king is very happy, that thank God my son is not a murderer. That's why the prince was left and brought back to the palace. And now they were not even suspected. By the time this case was going on, it was about to be 12 o'clock. Seeing this, Little and Cinderella get very worried. They start thinking that it is about to be 12 o'clock, so we should leave from here. Otherwise, it will be too late. Because as soon as the magic is over, our clothes will change. We will come in real form. That's why they quickly ran out of the palace. The prince also came running after them, so that he could stop Cinderella. But she didn't stop, she kept running. Because of this, her slippery foot falls into the stairs. One of her shoes also slips out of her feet and falls there. But because it was getting late, she went ahead without wearing shoes. They quickly sit in the carriage and run away from there. As soon as the magic is over at 12 o'clock, they return to their real form. Cinderella came home with Little. Here, Little sees how injustice is done to Cinderella. Her stepmother and sisters themselves live in a very good place, while Cinderella is kept in a small place in the house. At night, Little heard some voices. Following the voice, when she came to one place, there was Cinderella's other sister. That is, the one who liked to eat a lot, who did not even come to the party. She was hiding from the guards here, who came to catch her, because all the guards think that she has killed the barber. So now Cinderella's sister starts telling Little her story. What happened to me? She says that the barber had written to me that I have to cut your hair. When I reached there, someone attacked me from behind. I fainted there. When I came to my senses, there was a stone under my hand, and the barber's corpse was lying in front of me. Now I felt that since I am alone here, it means that I have killed the barber. She started crying by saying this. She says, but I also feel that I can't do the work. Little makes her quiet and says, okay, tell me what happened next. She says that I was scared. I picked up her corpse out of fear of being caught, and brought it to the jungle. Then I stopped there and started waiting for the carriage to come. That when a carriage will come, I will throw her corpse, so that everyone feels that her face has been hit by the carriage. Little was quietly listening to all her talks. Now she had fulfilled her promise, that only then the guards came here, who catch Cinderella's sister. She says to Little, I have told you all my stories. I have told you the truth. So now you tell these people that I did not kill the barber. Now, although Little also knew from inside that she did not kill him, but still she catches Cinderella's sister, because she knew that she is very rude. Her behavior is very bad. Now when Cinderella's sister was being taken, a piece of glass fell down from her clothes, which Little picked up. She started talking to the palace officer about how to solve the last problem. She tells the officer that you do this, take me to the barber's house, so that I can learn more things from there. Now when Little came to the barber's house, she came to know a few more things here. Like there were not only barbers, but also someone else's blood drops. And everywhere there were big hair clasps hanging. Now in front of Little, many more things become clear. With the power to see her past and thoughts, she came to know a lot. That's why she asks the officer for help, that please help me solve this case. The next day when Cinderella was working at her house, the prince comes here with his guards. Now the officer comes to her with a piece of glass, the same shoe. He says that we are seeing every girl of the city wearing this shoe. She is looking for the girl who came to the party yesterday, whom the prince had chosen for the wedding. And this shoe will fit on her feet, because it is hers. Now as soon as Cinderella wore that shoe, she was absolutely fit. With this, everyone understands that Cinderella is the girl whom the prince had chosen. And then the prince started moving towards her. That's why Cinderella was happy that Little came here, and got to know all the truth. And here she starts telling the truth, that actually Barber's murder was not done by anyone else, but Cinderella. Cinderella says that I didn't kill anyone. And when did you see me killing him? On which Little started clearing everything here, that day you were also burying your shoe with your pigeon. After hearing this, Cinderella started telling that Barber wanted to cut my hair, because he saw my hair and realized that I am very beautiful. That's why my hair should be cut now. She says that Barber had lied to me, that he will make me very beautiful. But when I reached his house, he picked up the scissors, because he was going to cut my hair. Seeing this, I got very angry. I came from behind and hit him on the head with a stone. But the attack was so strong, that Barber died there. I was afraid that I might get caught somewhere. That's why I wanted to put all the suspicion on my stepsister. I wrote a letter to Barber, so that he comes here. Then exactly the same thing happened. As soon as she came to Barber's house, I came from behind and attacked my sister, and she fainted and fell there. Then I put the stone under her hand, so that when she came to her senses, she thought that I was the one who hit Barber. Then she started telling about this small piece of glass shoe, that the witch had come to meet me once before. When she saw old shoes in my feet, she gave me these new glass shoes. But when I was running in the jungle, my shoe broke and this piece fell there. Now when I was burying this shoe and the pigeon, then Little you came to meet me. After that, The witch came to cast a spell, and she changed our clothes. Now our clothes were new, but not the shoes. That's why another witch came there. Although she had given me the shoes before, but with the new clothes, she gave me new shoes. Because wearing those clothes, I was looking so cute that the witch didn't recognize me and gave me the shoes twice. And in this way, Little solved this case intelligently and got the killer's address. Now the magic on Cinderella's feet was over. That's why her feet and shoes came back in their original form, which is why she was caught, because her feet were injured. That's why she is now being arrested here. The prince was surprised. He asks Little, "How do you know so many things? And how did you solve this case?" Then Little says, "Not only this, but there are still some things left." She goes to the prince and says that your friend, whom you loved, she went missing a year ago. Do you know what happened to her? Little says that when I went to Barbara's house, I saw someone else's blood drops there, which were not Cinderella's, because they were very old drops. I guessed from that your friend had also gone to Barbara's house, who forcibly took scissors, and tried to cut your friend's hair. But when your friend fought with Barbara to stop this, her hair was also cut. Also, a big cut was also applied to the nail, with which the prince's friend was brought there, who was no one else but the same girl, who was just being called Surat, and was not allowed to enter the palace, who had seen the prince on the mountains. Here she tells the prince that, "I did not meet you after that, because I knew that you would not accept me. Now I have become so beautiful," to which the prince replies that there is nothing like that. "I have always loved you, so your face does not matter to me how it is." But she says that no, I am not worthy of you, and second, now I do not even love you. Hearing this, Little says, "If you did not love the prince, then what were you doing on the mountains that day?" From which the truth is revealed, that she too still loves the prince. Once again, they got together, they got married, and this happiness says goodbye to Little. His gratitude was also paid, that he solved the case so well, after which Little set out on his journey ahead, so that he could do more adventures. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie and what other movies or documentaries you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching and see you next time.